Right, hello and welcome to the first review kind of thing that I'm going to do on my channel. And the main reason is just this game is amazing and it really needs as much kind of press and attention as it can get. And I thought this might be a way for some people might look it up and be able to see. And this game is brilliant. I'm not going to delay that at all. It is, in my opinion, well, it's probably the best game I've played this year. And in the last 2 weeks which it's been out, I've acquired 52 hours, which is like over 2 days by 4 hours or something. Which is a seventh of my time basically playing this. And that is a lot of time, like even for me. And I have something like 33 days game time in Modern Warfare 3 in the last 10 months or something, which is quite a lot as well. So I am primarily like, I played that on the Xbox. I'm primarily a first-person shooter kind of multiplayer gamer, but I picked this up because it just looked a bit different and I saw Northern Lions video of it and it looked really just kind of different and fun, and compared to the big hype of Diablo, which it is kind of similar to, it got a lot less press and a lot less attention, but it just seemed a lot more kind of cartoony and fun and a lot more relaxed than the other one. So I'll get into it. I'll show you a low level first, just so I can explain the first sort of things. Now, in the game there are four classes. There's an engineer, a berserker, an outlander, and an archmage. An archmage, I think it is. And you pick one of those, and then for each character you have 3 skill trees. Now, oh wait, I'm probably gonna get killed by something. Just get rid of these guys. So as you can see, it's it's like a third-person top-down RPG. And you do quests and pick up loot and stuff. So it never gets old because you're always picking up different loot. But on this is an engineer, and for the first engineer that I played, I went down this route, which is kind of a healing. It's summoning lots of different stuff. So you've got a healing bolt which heals you, which I need to summon in a second. Spider mines, which are just little robots that run into people and explode. Portable kind of turret. And then a massive sledge bot which just runs into people. And then I had these which are kind of like explosions and fire and stuff, and it was all based on two-handed. But now I've started another engineer, and I've gone down this kind of single sword or single weapon and a shield. And this time it's putting all my shield into, like all my defense from the shield into damage, and I got force fields and your armor does loads of stuff. So for each of the 4 classes there are probably 2 or 3 different ways that you can play each one, which makes replayability like really high. And for each character, I'll get rid of these. So I'd say I'm probably okay at the game by now. I'm certainly a lot better than, like, well, Carol. One of my friends who's got it, who is literally terrible. And no offense, Carol, but you know, you are, let's be honest. And he also pirated it, so kill him. And yeah, what was I saying? I've completely forgotten. But anyway, yeah, each character, when you start, you also get a pet. So you can choose between, I think there's 8 different animals, and they level up with you, and you can give them collars and tags which give them extra stuff. And in this game you can also teach them spells. You can get them, you can like send them back to town with items that you don't want. So because I'm using sword and shield, anything that isn't single-handed, so that's two-handed, these are staffs or wand. This armor isn't as good, so I'm just holding down shift and clicking it, and that sends it over. So that's better, so I can right click that, switch it, and here you can see all the armor and weapons that I've got. You can have 2 different kind of things which you can press W to switch between. So you can see I've got like a two-handed weapon now, and then switch back and I've got my one-handed and a shield. But obviously I only use one-handed and shield here. What was I doing? Yeah. And so that's also two-handed. So here, when I'm hovering over a weapon, you can see the stuff I've already got equipped, so you can choose whether to equip it or just sell it. Now none of these are better. That's got something in that I need to keep, but I can just give these all to my pet, and then I can... oh no, that might... is that any good? Almost, but not quite. And these, I'll quickly go over these. They're called embers. You get them in on some of the stuff, like here. There's like a little circle which they call a socket, and it's on some... I haven't got any of them yet, but it's on some armor here and also on some weapons like this. And each ember, or socketable stuff, there's armor. Like if you put it in your armor, then you get one what do you call it, kind of boost, and then if you put it in your weapon you get a different one. So for this Venom Ember spec, if I put it in armor I get 8 poison armor, if I put it in a weapon I get 7 poison damage. So they each just do different things. But now my pet, I can decide, you know what, I want some dynamite to go dynamite fishing. So I can add 2 of them, send pet to town, and he will go. And he will go and sell that stuff for me, and he will buy new stuff. Right, next thing is, with all the skills that you've got, you place them down on the bar at the bottom and you assign them to the different number keys. So I'm hitting 3 half the time, and that makes me do a shield bash, which is this skill here. And I can also give myself a force field, which uses, well, it can take like a certain amount of damage, and for each of these charges that on this charge bar down the bottom, it will give it more kind of defense. So this force field will either run out when it's not got any... yeah, there you go. It got hit and it kind of ran out, so it disappeared. You might think that's like a little bit overpowered or something, but when you come up against a lot of guys, it disappears very quickly. So they've done pretty well in balance in this game. And I say pretty well because I found a few ways that it kind of becomes a little bit too good for a few things. But here I'm just shield bashing each thing, which kind of stuns them, does a bit of damage. Then also I have an ability on my right click, so I just hit right click and it will use one of them. Just get these guys out of the way before I show you what happens when you level up. If you saw, I did level up then, like when I killed stuff, because obviously when you kill stuff you get XP. And then you level up. See, now at the bottom, every time I hit something I get charge here, and for every, what is it, 20% of this bar I hit one of these charge kind of spots, and then when I use this right click it will use one of them up, but it makes the the ability like a lot stronger. And see, that killed him basically in one hit. And for the force field, if I use it, I'll just wait for my mana to charge up, it uses all of them and then gives me 50% kind of better force field for each one. But I'm not going to kill anything now, so I kind of wasted it. But every time you level up you get 5 stat points, which you can put in strength, which is damage and critical stuff. Oh yeah, damage and damage done when you hit critical strikes. Dexterity, which improves the likelihood of you hitting a critical strike or dodging something. Critical strikes just do like 4 times damage or something. Not too sure how much they do, but they do a lot more. Focus, which is your magic damage and like how much extra magic damage it does and how much mana you have in general, which is down here, which all these abilities use. And then vitality, which is strength, which is your health and your armor. Now we're about to go into a boss fight here. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to assign them. I'll give them to myself, so I'll put 2 in strength and 1 in each of the other ones. And then we also get a skill point, which we can put in one of these skills. And this I can't level up anymore at the moment, because you unlock them at a certain level, and you can only kind of upgrade them at certain levels as well. But I will upgrade my right click thing, which is this flame hammer, so it just does more damage. And each one of these skills, you can upgrade them 15 times, and when you upgrade it 5 times you hit tier 1 and you get a tier 1 bonus. When you hit tier 2 you get a tier 2, or when you upgrade it 10 times you get the tier 2 bonus, and again for 15 you get the tier 3 bonus. But this is a boss fight at the moment, which I have no idea if I'll do well at, because I haven't played on this character for a long time. I have been using the Outlander. Now this charge bar at the bottom is different for every class. On the Ember Mage that was an Ember Mage, not Archmage. But on the Ember Mage, when it hits 100% you get unlimited mana for a certain amount of time. On the Berserker, when it hits 100% you hit just critical strikes, like 100% critical strikes for a certain amount of time. And then for the Outlander, the more it is kind of charged, the more attribute bonuses you get. So you start attacking faster, you do more damage, you get more kind of defense. But this guy, you know he's a boss because at the top you can see his name is kind of highlighted in gold, whereas these guys are just red and kind of brown stuff. But I will wait for my mana to recharge. And actually I need to summon this guy. He'll heal me every 10 seconds or so. But I can wait till I get a shield, force field, use that, and then I can just run in and start beating this guy. But yeah, as you see, the force field went away pretty quick, with lots of enemies near me, all doing damage at the same time. Got him down, 2/3. And you can just kind of tank stuff, or you can try and like dodge all their attacks. I don't know where this healing bot has gone. He's meant to be following me. They don't actually die, so I don't know how he managed to die. And obviously I have potions down here that I can use if I want to. But it seems I have this guy, I can just walk around a bit and wait for him to heal me. There we go. This little circle goes around, anything in it gets healed that's friendly, obviously. Wouldn't be very useful if it healed the enemies, but there you go. Now, if you saw there was like purple numbers that came up and it said Fame, and you have XP which levels up your normal level and gives you a skill point, or you have this Fame where if you kill bosses and stronger enemies then you get Fame as well, and when you go up a Fame level you go from like recognised to liked and then known and well known and stuff. You also get another skill point, and with there being 100 levels in the game and 50 Fame levels, you can get a total of 150 skill points, which means you can completely level up 10 different skills by the end of it. So there's a lot more than 10. 6. Yeah, so you can up level like one of these skill trees completely, or you can kind of mix and match stuff. And you only have to hit a certain level to to unlock something. You don't have to go down the skill tree. Like if you want to get this, you don't have to up level all of them at least once. Just when you hit level 42 you can get all of it. But that is this main guy. Well, that's kind of the lower level thing. And now I'll put you in the one that I have completed the game with. So he's level 50. I've completed the game once. It's also an engineer. And I'll show you. So this is this is a place later on. This is my character. And I have a lot more skills down at the bottom. And this guy has, where is it? I have 14. Yeah, I've almost got 15 hours in this guy. And so it's about a 15-hour campaign all the way through, and that's on normal. You can talk to this person, and you can kind of redo the story. Or there's this Mapworks thing, which I've never been in, but this will let you see a lot more. Map selector. Well, I don't have any. Where do you get maps from? I have no idea. I didn't know you could get maps, but maybe someone sells them. No. I don't know. Oh yeah, there are maps. Cool. Now what can we do? Nameless entry to Dragon, level 105, right. Probably shouldn't go in any of these. Level 56 seems to be the lowest one. Right, so this is new to me, but you probably won't get this far very quick. Minus 25% to skill mana cost. Yeah. That's pretty good. I'll buy that. And I will go there. I'm probably going to die really quickly, because I'm only level 50. But we will see how it goes. So overall this game is just like really fun. I've tried to find things that are wrong with it, and like that annoy me. Anything like that. I'll summon these two things. This copter like slows stuff, then the healing bot's exactly the same as it was. But after playing this for so long, like I've completed it with one character, and instead of on another game I'd be like, you know what, I'm done with this game now. I think I'll stop and like maybe come back to it at another point. I just want to complete it with another character, and like, wow, I'm getting battered. But with this guy, I've got all the turrets and stuff, so I can bring all these out. Wow, yeah. So I died very quickly. But yeah, this is good fun. Oh wow, you have to buy it again. No. Right, well I'm not going to do any more of that. I will go back and show a different character. So yeah, I've completed it with one, and I have 4 at level... no, 3 more at level 42, 43, which is where I've made these videos. And I can play all of them and just not get bored at all. So there's basically nothing wrong with this game at the moment. And as I said, I've tried to find things that annoy me, and the only one thing that kind of put me off a little bit was one of the classes, like the Outlander class. When I first used it, it just didn't really work as well as the other 3 that I'd already played, and it was kind of frustrating. Oh, who's this guy? Let's go there then. And it didn't really work, but I've since then actually I just started a new character. Right, I've got to realise what my abilities are here. So this is the... that's fun. This is the Ember Mage class. So this is the charge bar at the bottom. If that hits full, then I get unlimited mana. But I will use all this because I've completely forgotten what any of it does, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, this guy's cool. And yeah, so each of the characters plays really differently, and just it doesn't really let you get bored. And even after playing the same quests and stuff like 4 or 5 times, they're still really good. And another, like, no other game has really been like that before for me. So I'm loving this game. Just get rid of this guy. What the hell? He is not dying. How to get rid of him? Oh, okay, that worked a bit better.
I can't carry anymore.
But what else is there to say? Basically, buy this game. It's 15 quid. So, like, if you don't have 15 quid, then save up for it. Because I'm mainly a Call of Duty player and like first-person shooters, so I've never played a game like this before. I've never played the first Trine. No, not Trine. That's called Torchlight. I got it when I bought Torchlight 2. I might have pre-ordered it. I don't know. I think I pre-ordered it with like 2 minutes to go. But yeah, I never played that one, so I'm not exactly like saying it's good because I like the franchise. I'm saying it because it is just brilliant. And where am I meant to be going? I'll go fight this boss. At least it seems like a boss. And then I'll end basically saying, go buy it. It's... oh no! Ah, I should have talked to that guy. Cackle spit. Right. Swamp goblin. What are you doing? Oh no, there's loads of people. Wow. I feel like I'm gonna die really quickly. 8. There's 8. Summon my person. Yeah, there's like an OP way of playing with an Ember Me, but I have decided not to, so I'm using a different way. Ah, killed the swamp goblin. So yeah, it's a lot more difficult playing this way, but I've never fought this person before. Like, each time you play through, you also find like other quests, and there are lots of puzzle kind of things as well, which just makes for a bit of difference and just makes the replayability a lot higher. What? Why can't I move? No, come on. Let me out. Oh wow, that healed me a lot. These guys get a bit of health back. But yeah, the Ember Mage is based on these skills down the bottom. And just using them and using mana and stuff, as you probably can guess. If you've ever played any game ever with a mage in it. And I died. So yeah, it's still quite difficult, even on normal. Well, Torchlight 1 players will probably disagree. They're like, nah, it's easy. Play elite, hardcore. Yeah, there's also the option to be a hardcore character as well. Which is when you die forever. So, yeah. Go get this game. I really advise you to. Even if you've never heard of it, never played it. And you've never played any sort of game like it. Because I hadn't. And I will be playing this game a lot. Like, how many achievements do I have? I have just over half the achievements. And I am going to attempt to get every single one. Which includes... where is it? Having 10 million gold at one time. Which is going to be bloody difficult. And... oh, where's the fishing one? I have to like fish like 10,000 times or something. Where is it? Anyway, there's one that means... there we go. Fish 1,000 times. I haven't even fished 100 yet. But yeah, you can also go dynamite fishing, which is always good fun. But cheers for watching. Give me any feedback that you want. And 10 out of 10. This game, like 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, everything. It's amazing. Go get it, and yeah, have fun.